Sorry, just kidding.
It's still taking forever.
Oh,
Is
we're
it
live
back?
now.
Or-
Oh wait, we're still going.
okay,
Yeah.
now
I know.
there we go.
Then we StreamYard was just being a little bit of a not friendly, and we were trying to tell y'all with the kazoos how happy we were to see everyone in the live chat, but
it's
whatever.
true.
Technical difficulty city
fine.
over here. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
You guys, it's been a week. Whenever I feel like I'm having a bad week, I look at Beachbody News and I'm like, oh, I could be Carl Daikeler. It could be worse.
Jenny Rose has her cocktail ready.
Yes.
Early here. I still have work to do.
Oh my gosh.
I have an Alani, but
love that. Y'all, what are you drinking in the live chat? I know some of y'all already have pulled out your cocktails.
I have a Dr. Pepper because I have to work tonight. So I'm here again.
I got this giant mug at Target. And I will be going to Target this weekend to shop in the Pride section.
Well, that's if they haven't taken it down at your store yet.
They haven't taken it down here. I had a friend.
Cheryl!
Hi, everybody.
Cheryl,
how are you?
From our party. We're so happy to see you.
I'm so happy to see you.
All right. Well, should we do a quick? We'll do a quick introduction. So I'm going to let Amber go first, and then I'll do mine last.
Sure.
Does that work?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm Amber Nye. You guys know me. Was a Beachbody coach for 5 years. Then I finally saw all the red flags, or acknowledged them, I should say. I got out, and now I've been doing this work, speaking out against Beachbody and just exposing the manipulations and giving people the facts of what really goes on behind the scenes and behind the curtain and the smoke that they try to blow up our asses. And so they can make an informed decision to either leave or not even give the company their money as a customer. So I'll give it to DeeCee next.
Oh, hello. I'm a multi-level marketing dropout. I have officially passed my 1 year mark of leaving Young Living Essential Oils. It was the second and last MLM I will ever join. And once I got out, my first dipping my toes into speaking out was being on Aaron B's podcast. And then I decided to see what the whole YouTube thing was about. And the reason that I like the idea of YouTube is because the live chat is always incredible. And when I was still thinking about getting out of Young Living, I was really welcomed in all of the anti-MLM like live chats and the creators, and like getting to feel like it was part of some kind of like connection with other people and like getting questions answered. And so then I started creating content, and I ran into the Snark crew, and we have been raging against Beachbody ever since. I have never been in Beachbody, but I have been a part of twisty diet culture, and I love that I have just been welcomed in with a warm kind of digital hug from the Snark crew, and happy to be here.
Is it my turn?
I'll go.
Oh, go for it.
My name's Jen. I am a former Beachbody coach, now certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. I bottomed out in health, physical and mental, in Beachbody. Took me a good 2 years to recover from that. But I still decided I need to help people with their fitness and nutrition, but I'm going to do it the right way, which is not how Beachbody does it. So I work the complete opposite. I can't stand Autumn Calabrese. Carl Daikeler can go away. I can't stand that company. And especially the flip they're trying to make, and it's just not, I'm not buying it at all.
Yeah.
My name is Cheryl Spears. I am the host of the Call Cheryl Fun podcast. I was in Beachbody for 8 years, and I am a lifetime Emerald coach for the rest of my life because I spent a lot of money on that title. and I will call it for the rest of my life. I am just like everyone else. I'm here I want to make sure that other people don't make the same mistakes that I made for 8 years, because I didn't have, or at the time we didn't have, the anti-MLM people out here talking about all of the bullshit. Sorry, Amy's channel. That Beachbody especially tries to throw at everyone. And we can see that in their marketing right now, because they are throwing things at the wall and hoping something sticks. So you all might have noticed I have taken a little bit of a hiatus for the past couple weeks, and it has been absolutely amazing. I love every one of you all, but I think one of the things that, and I know I am long-winded, we know this, I have a podcast, we know this. One of the things is that when people get out of an MLM and you're in that hustle mindset that you can't not show up every single day, you really need to try to back off a little bit, because that will carry over into your everyday life. And that is what was happening to me. And so, yeah, I started seeing a therapist, and she suggested I take a hiatus a little bit. And just so everyone does know, I am very privileged and I do have insurance. Okay. But if you don't have insurance, there are still ways for you to still be able to talk to people and reach out to professionals to get help. So
Love that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And hopefully I won't interrupt you all that much, because I'm on ADHD medicine now. And so
no, we love you, Cheryl.
A little bit.
Wait, no, we love you, Cheryl.
We love it. All right. So my name's Amy, and I was a Diamond Beachbody coach, but I've actually been in a lot of MLMs. And after leaving Beachbody, I was primed, of course, to go right into Prove It and keto and the whole 9 yards. So for me, one of the main reasons that I speak out is because I had a lot of guilt for how many people I brought in. And I was like, oh my gosh, I ruined people. Like and I felt so guilty. So I decided I would start speaking out. And there's so many different ways in which I was impacted. And as you can see, I don't know if you guys can tell, and this is why this stream might be a little bit of a mess, because I am not in my normal setup. I am in bed. I had my right knee, total knee replacement 2 weeks ago. So that, and I had to have my left knee done. That was back at the end of August. So it's really rough. And that was it wasn't, I will admit, it wasn't just Beachbody that did that, but a lot of the disordered patterns that were encouraged from Beachbody, including the massive amounts of overexercise, contributed to my craptastic knees. So it's dumb. And I am slightly medicated. So we'll see what happens. So I apologize to my channel. I might swear too. Okay.
Channel, we love you so much. I'm going to try to be on my best, no cursey word behavior, no promises, but just know my intentions are so good. My execution is so bad though. So I'm just going to pre-apologize to all of you.
Oh my gosh. Well, all right. So when the stuff kind of broke out about Beachbody this week, Beachbody body, all the things, whatever they're trying to.
Before we get into it, I just checked the stock. It closed at 44 cents today.
Ooh.
Which actually, that was good. They opened at 41.
Up from yesterday. Yesterday it closed at 43. It's low. It was
party. Can we have a party when they drop below 40? I mean, I really want to.
Yes. I mean, the chat's going to be using the cursey words for you. Although I did say flippity flop the other day. And I did. One of my kids was like, "What?" And I said, "Well, it's like flippity flop. It's just a different way to say that." And they're like, "It's the same thing. If you say it or if you say something else, it's the same thing.
No,
So just say the thing."
Not wrong.
When grandmas will not hit you over the back of the head with their crochet bag because you are saying flippity flop instead of the F word, it is different. You can tell your kids I told them that. If you're not going to get gibbed on the back of the head with, a sewing bag, then yes, it is different because
Yes. Yes. Oh, girl. All right. So, and I was actually doing some research because there was another Beachbody lawsuit that was filed about a month ago, which is all around being accessible to those who have disabilities. And I reading that lawsuit brought so much back. And then also reading this lawsuit, the newest one from this week, brought so much back. So my previous life, I was in human resources for about 15 years before I decided that I wanted to be at home with my kids. Whew. My kids are much more difficult to run than a call center. I'm just saying. My house is ridiculous. Running a call center in HR is easier than raising children. So I'm just saying. But I had to do a lot of the things that they're talking about. I had to deal a lot with like employee classifications. If you're going to have someone be exempt or non-exempt, and what does that mean? And how do you take care of it? And then I also had to deal with ADA accommodations. And so it brought back a lot of memories for me of the things that you have to do to make sure that you are being fair.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing to me, is that we just want people to be ethical and to treat everyone and give everyone the same opportunities. And BODi's not big on doing that. So that's kind of where this comes in. So which one do you guys want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about employee classifications, or do you want to talk about ADA?
Ooh, let's talk about live chat. Let's let the live chat vote.
Oh, yeah, live chat.
I think live chat. Drop a 1 if you want to do the first option that Amy said, and then drop a 2. This is a joke because this is what MLM people do all the time, but drop a 2 if you want to do the second option.
Yeah. So option one is the classification as independent contractors, and option 2 is Disabilities Act and making things accessible.
ADA, yeah. I'm working on my new website right now. And I have all kinds of legalese, like my legal documents that have to be attached to it. I have to make sure it's ADA compliant. It's not easy to do. Like, you can easily throw up a website that's not compliant with any of that, and then you can get in big trouble.
Yep, absolutely. And it's also making it
12.
I liked the 12. A lot of it too, it's saying, how do we I wonder how they do with helping their current employees.
Yeah.
Like and how they treat their employees, not just the independent contractors.
I bet they don't. I bet for the ADA one, I bet that they purposely do not. And this is just my opinion.
Charlie, I'm sorry. Wait. My mom washed my mouth out with soap because I called her a basket at 3 years old.
Oh my God, I love that. That's going to be a great swap word.
I had zest, a bar of zest put in my mouth one time. I was probably around 4 or 5 because I said fuck.
Oh man, did you really?
Oh we had our mouths washed out with soap for saying stupid.
And then they didn't care. And like
we did.
Kids, I tell my kids as long as they
stupid
use the
was a bad word. Stupid in my household was a very bad word. I get both 1 and 2.
Yes,
stupid was very.
So go ahead.
Yeah, 2. So
stupid was a very bad word. Was a very bad word in our house. I don't really care about like shit, fuck, or anything like that. Sorry, Amy's channel again. But
I already told them it's probably not going to be, it's going to be a rough day.
Channel after dark. Yes.
Yeah. He's like, Cheryl, do you know that your podcast is explicit? I'm like, yeah. there's no way that I could go a whole hour and a half without saying one curse word.
Yes.
Yep.
So it looks like 2-1.
Okay, so that's the ADA.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to go over to the article first, and we'll kind of look at it, and then let's talk about it, because it gets pretty twisty when you start looking at. Okay, can you guys see that?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Okay, keep posting these stories in the chat.
No, keep posting and we're going to keep Jen laughing the entire stream. I love it so much. Listen, give us your best stories of you getting in trouble for non-cursey words growing up, because I'm here.
Or
For
foreign language
If
curse
y'all
words
wanna-
that you learn from your family members.
If y'all want a story about children cursing, so when Ray was probably 4, like just a little bit younger than DJ, we went out to eat at a restaurant, and it was kind of like a Texas Roadhouse feel, like, you know, like a Southern style, like steakhouse. And you walk in, and inside they have there's like a big painting of a cowboy on a horse. And we walk in, we're waiting to be sat, and Ray looks at it and she goes, "Wow, look at that fucking horse." Like, just very matter of fact, look at that fucking horse.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's my
So they
favorite gender neutral word too.
we were there with our friends, and we just started cracking up because
I mean, if they use it the right way, I don't mind.
she used it in perfect context,
Oh
and
my gosh, that's amazing.
she's been that sassy ever since. So
Oh god.
look at that fucking horse.
So, you know, what we would get in trouble though, like I think like DeeCee was
love it.
saying, like hate or stupid, or
Yeah.
some of those my mom definitely considered worse than just swearing.
Yeah.
Because she
That's
said there's a
that's me.
difference. Yeah, she said there's a difference between using it as an adjective, which isn't my favorite thing either. But when you are calling someone something, or when you are
Mhm.
like hurting them intentionally, that's not okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh my gosh. The worst part, and you can tell me all of the people, the worst, in my opinion, is when they start teaching rhyming words in kindergarten and first
Mhm.
grade.
Yep.
Please don't do that anymore, because inevitably my kids would start like rhyming at church. And then I'm like, wait, did they just say duck? Don't do that one. Please don't rhyme that. Please don't rhyme that. We're at church. Like, oh, God. Yeah. I guess it'd be a good way to get kicked out of your church, though, if you
wanted to.
if you wanted to.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. So let's talk about the first class action lawsuit. So this is the one for those who are visually impaired. And basically they're saying, yes, you do have all of these great programs and all these things, but I cannot access them because of my disability. And you have to be compliant.
Could you imagine being blind trying to listen to Autumn and take her cues to do her workout?
No way.
There's
can't.
no way.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
What cues?
There's-
She doesn't get cues, except
Right.
for don't let your knees go over your toes, and that's wrong.
Yeah.
You would
But I
never be able to
think-
do it.
I hate all of these pop-ups that are coming on this website, but whatever.
Are you in Safari right now or Chrome?
Oh,
because you're on a Chromebook. Forget it. I'm sorry. Not a Chromebook. You're on a Surface.
I'm on a Surface.
So-
I only have Edge on it, so we'll just make do.
Yeah, we'll make do.
So the plaintiff attempted to access the Beachbody website multiple times, but was unable to because the website lacked the necessary information to use a screen reader. So
You don't say.
oh, shocker! What?
Yes.
What? So when we one of the places that I worked, well, a lot of them that I did were call centers. And what we would do, how do you have someone I'll take that off for a second. How do you have someone working in a call center that can't see the screen?
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yep.
they have to follow the prompts and they have to type in certain things in certain areas. But as a company, we
You
had
have to
accommodate that, and as we should have. But it was just like the first time it had ever come up. And so you can get a reader that you can install, and you can install a program that will read to you what it's showing. Sometimes they'll also do you can also do super magnification. So if you can see, it can just zoom in for you so that you can just see what you need to at that time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that difficult to do.
Unless you're cutting corners and you're a cheapskate, like somebody alleges that Carl Daikeler might be. And I say that as my own opinion from what I've seen of how he treats his people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so websites are required to have this.
Yep.
And so it's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing with this one. Oh, that's interesting. Did you guys see the message from Chrissy? So a former coworker is colorblind, and she took it to their IT department's attention because they used colors in a certain program that he couldn't identify the difference between.
Yep.
And these are the things that we have no idea the difficulty that people have. Mm-hmm. And they just want to do the same thing that everyone else is doing. They just want to be able to use the website like everybody else. And this one currently, I think they said 8.1 million people. It includes the 8.1 million people in the US who are visually impaired, including 2 million who are legally blind. So it's interesting. I don't know. Have you guys seen any? I don't think I've seen a response to that one. Have you guys seen a response?
I haven't. And I know
I saw this a couple months ago, and I haven't seen anything in response to that yet.
And I just wanted to I know that we're reading straight from the article. I know that some people in my chat and who watch on the replay don't love the term visually impaired. And we're just reading that from this. We're not, yes, there are some accommodations that have to be made so that people who are hard of seeing can actually engage with websites. But I just want to let you know, we're reading from this website, not saying that of our, that's
Absolutely.
what I want to say. Yeah.
Absolutely. So really, as a company, you have to have equal access, and you have to do whatever it takes to ensure that people have that.
Yeah.
And that's just not something that Beachbody is going to do.
They've been around for so long. They've been around since 98?
Yeah.
Was it 98 or 96? No, 98. I'm trying to remember when I started doing Turbo Jam. I think I started doing Turbo Jam in maybe 2004, 2005.
They've been around long enough. They had enough money to renovate their headquarters. The companies that refuse to put the money into the website that they need to, and it literally is not the easiest fix in the world, but it is. You could have done it already. And if they even cared about making their stuff accessible to other people, okay, but I don't think they do. That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes. 1998.
Ooh, long time.
That it's wild to me that they've been open that long and are this far behind.
Yeah.
In following the appropriate employment laws. And I do think that this is one of the reasons that they do the MLM. Can you guys hear a dinging?
No.
Or is that maybe my meds are getting in? I don't know. I can hear it.
I don't hear anything.
I can't guarantee what's going to happen the rest of the time.
I can't find anything about their response to the ADA lawsuit.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think me is 2 years old. Me is 2 years older than Beachbody.
Oh, I love that.
So, do the one at the bottom. Do the next comment.
That
The bobbleheads.
Very bobbleheads, DeeCee.
Oh, Shalene.
Oh, God.
Oh, there it is. There it
There
is.
she is. Keeping me company while we're snarking on Beachbody. It's too perfect.
Okay, wait. So you've got Shalene. Who else do you have?
I have one more Freeman at my house that I have to go get because I'm living with my parents right now.
Is there? You may have may have another one there. Did I tell
think
you that?
do. I think I do because I think my husband brought it, so I need to go ask him.
Yeah, my husband is like, Amy, you have a problem of harassing DeeCee, and I was like, I'm here for it. These bobbleheads are amazing. So
I'm gonna make a custom case for him so I can look at him while I stream.
there you go. There you go. So unfortunately,
You should make those videos like the person who's going around making those videos with Barbie and Ken dolls for Vanderpump Rules right now.
Oh my
You
god,
should
yes, I
make
love
like
it so much.
talking videos with with the bobbleheads. When
Oh
you
my
get more
god.
than just
That
one.
would be so good. That would be so good. I could do baby snark for I could probably do demon lawyer for Carl Daikeler, and I could be baby snark for Joel One More Freeman. You know, I think
Yeah.
that'd just be the best pair up.
oh my gosh. Yeah, and the one that I have for you, DeeCee, you have not really we haven't talked about this super trainer much, but there's a whole lot of content there. Which is
Yeah.
𝐔𝐒𝐄. 𝐔𝐒𝐄 is a whole
geez.
mess.
I think 𝐷𝐿 might have covered him one time. I'm not sure. Heather, if you're listening or if you're in the replay crew, let us know because 𝐷𝐿 is another creator. She has done a lot of Beachbody stuff.
Yes.
And then she's covered kind of more obscure coaches too. But I wonder if she's caught. Why does he not get covered more?
He's not really
it's been
active.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's been a long time since he's had a program come out. His last one was Hammer and Chisel, and that would have been how many
With
years
Autumn.
ago, you guys? Like,
He
Yeah, it
ended
was
up having a bunch of health issues, and if you watch his content, he's just
He's Barbie collab. Isn't he Barbie's husband?
he's
Aren't they married?
yes.
Yes.
His
Yeah.
wife is one of the top-ish coaches. Okay, so Heather covered Barbie.
Okay.
So it was interesting. I went to a live event, and the person that was putting it on was Success Partners with Barbie. And so Barbie was there and spoke, and then 𝐔𝐒𝐄 did the workout for us. So it's pretty dang interesting. Heather asked about Shalene being a coach. She is not. And
She's
she
a coach scammer now.
she made a comment. She made a comment on it like just a few days ago, I think, where she's like, no, I was never a coach. Her sister is still a coach, as are most of her friends, because she got them all in at the very beginning.
Melissa McAllister.
Melissa McAllister, Julie Voris, Christine Dwyer, Janelle Summers, Allie Upham. There's more. There's some Monica Gray, which Monica never does anything either, but she just rakes it in.
You know who's twisty, who I just found out about that I know all of y'all know about, but I just did a video on Bonnie Angle. Oh my gosh. I was like, what? Oh,
Yeah.
my mind was like just continually being blown as we're reacting to it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to pay a premium for the privilege of being yelled at by Bonnie Angle in this group. And like, she's like, she's so serious and like is behind everything she's saying. And I'm like,
Twisty coaches, should we touch on the Ashley thing with her in the functional dietitian?
Oh my God.
And her $5,000 to $6,000 3-day retreat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what about how do you become an authentic mentor?
I saw that.
Are you?
He's working with a business coach, and they probably brainstorm that. What are you going to put in your bio that is catchy?
Yep.
That will set you apart.
Yeah,
Or what can you can't do body positivity anymore. So now you make up a word, authentic. I can't. Whatever. I can't.
Authenticity.
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 I literally can't. Yeah.
But
She's gonna teach you how to be authentic.
yeah. I think
okay. I'm not
I
gonna
think the thing
Not
is
have to lie and
she has
scam people to be authentic.
yeah, I think though she has tried so many different like, oh, I'm now a coach on this. And then when it doesn't take off, she switches it to something else and then to something else. But it
Well,
seems to me like there's an increasing desperation
yeah.
amongst the top coaches because their stuff is just going down.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
she's
Bonnie.
really, and she.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You're fine.
I just was saying, like, Bonnie was like on that call. She was like, "You need to get out of the mindset that hustle culture is wrong because we're about hard work, and you need to get behind being a hard worker. And this business requires hard work and all this stuff." And it's like, you are talking like someone who has lost a majority of their downline, and that maybe another team came and raided your team, or maybe they just didn't want to be yelled at on every single Zoom call that you had, Bonnie. But again, with this authenticity stuff, it's like, and I guess this is a tie I was trying to make to what Cheryl was saying, was they're trying to like rework the definition of these words so that they can create something like that people want to attach themselves to when they can't get around looking in the mirror and saying, "Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me."
It's me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well-
crazy because you know that Ashley can't do the body positive badass stuff anymore, right? Because I mean, she's completely went against everything she tried to scam people in that course. I mean, everything. And this is a public service announcement. If I was y'all that paid for that course, I'd be
asking for our money back.
I would be mad.
Yes.
I will. Somebody sent me yesterday. She actually admitted the other day that alcohol is a toxin.
No.
She did?
Yes,
Not
it might
that.
still be up, DeeCee. It might still be up in her stories because it happened the night after. It happened last night.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably still up. But she's making an Aperol spritz and she's using Brut. But she says she likes to drink in French alcohol now because it's different, and she doesn't like I can never pronounce it right. I was a bartender. The one that starts with a V, the sparkling wine that starts with a V, that comes from France. She doesn't like that one. No, 𝐓𝐇𝐒𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐒, the sparkling wine.
Oh,
that's orange.
I don't know what that is.
It's champagne. But she
It's
likes
too fancy.
Brut better than that. I'm like, but the other one's French. Brut's from California. I'm like, woman, don't know what you're doing. Oh.
All right.
Ashley is just another one of those people that are throwing things at the wall and hoping that it sticks. Because if you think about it, I mean, eventually her downline's going to crumble and she won't be able to live off that anymore.
I'm sure it already is.
Yes, French alcohol is different because they don't add a whole bunch of crap to it.
Oh, they're all on this train of chemical whatever free, and I'm like, do we know that water is
add additives or something? I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Do we know that Energize is a chemical? Do we know that I mean, really?
All of the supplements she's taking now.
All the 50,000 supplements if you got to sit down every week and fill up a pill container with how many pills you're taking for supplements? Are you kidding me?
And if that pill container doesn't have any more room, her pill container, there's no way it has room enough for everything that she takes. It's wild.
She has a whole host of. And again, no shade if you are taking supplements in prescription medicine. Like, hello, it's me. I'm no shade for y'all. It's just interesting for her to exploit it to say that all these supplements are making her well. Now she is making some kind of retreat for you to go to. That's hella expensive.
Mm-hmm. And again, I think the largest thing is it backed by science? Can you find studies? Can you find medical articles in like reputable editions? Like you've got to, because honestly, you can find something that will back up what you're doing no matter what. But it's okay. Is it an actual scientific study and journal? And that's what I don't think water is a chemical. I don't understand this. And it's strictly because, in my opinion, Autumn is priming the pump to create her hormone program and get everyone doing it. She says she's not. I think she's wrong. I think she lies about that.
Oh, I believe she does lie. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I haven't finished my hormone health course yet. I can't.
Oh my God.
Even if she does not do that and do a course, she is doing damage, because all of the coaches right now are talking about hormone health.
Yep.
All of them.
What's the group that Christina Delgado is running this summer?
What was hers? What was the name?
I don't know.
I can't remember, but it's all around hormone health. And now they're like, oh, we should be intermittent
fasting and gut protocol. It's all combined. It's like as if their stuff wasn't restrictive enough.
So we're gonna get rid of all joy in the food that you're eating, and then we're also only going to let you eat that crappy food in a 5-hour window. And then like, oh my gosh. Oh, I don't like it.
Summer camp. Get synced 101.
No. Call your dad, you're in a cult, or call your parents, you're in a cult. Seriously. Get synced. That sounds like the Borg Collective in Star Trek when they're like, everyone's thinking the same.
Well, and they're doing that and they're trying to sync your hormones and sync your cycle by addressing these various hormone issues. And so you're trying to sync what you're doing. And everyone is so different.
Wait,
Megan's doing it too. Megan,
it is for women of all ages who want to learn about hormone health during their stage of life, fasting and gut conscious eating, cycle syncing their fitness routine for maximum results. So I sent a video of Autumn talking about hormone health to Dr. 𝐓𝐇𝐉𝐷.
I love him.
I love him. Hormone health. What is she even talking about?
Oh, I hope he starts featuring her, because that would be like.
I told him I was going to keep sending her stuff.
Good.
The problem is that these people need to, like, instead of just us. I mean, honestly, like, I get it. They don't want to be, professionals don't want to seem like they're hating on someone, but like, these professionals really have to start featuring these people in their content, because if they don't, people are going to get hurt.
Yes, they
absolutely. I mean, and here's the interesting thing. They're also spreading this wide net, right? And Christina said just kind of like a generic for whatever your needs may be in your life. Well, guess what? My needs, even though like, I think I'm fairly close in age to Cheryl and Jen.
44.
Okay. I'm the same age as Jen, and
oh, I'm a baby compared to you all.
I think DeeCee and Amber are resident babies.
Oh, yes, it is trademarked. We should send whenever they it's trademarked.
Ooh, what's trademarked?
What's trademarked? Your age?
Cycle syncing is trademarked.
Oh, that's interesting. Ooh. But here's the point I was going to make. So I am the same age roughly as Cheryl and Jen. Oh, sorry, we established Cheryl's younger. Jen and I are the same age.
You're okay.
And I know how I would have felt about that when I was the younger one, and I'd have been like, no, I'm young. I'm
the middle.
But I guarantee one thing I can guarantee: Jen and I, even though we're in the same stage or same age, our blood work would look totally different.
Yep.
Our hormone levels would look totally different.
Yep.
And so to say that she can do that, it's just a load of BS. Like she cannot do that. Ooh.
Except she does.
I'm gonna start sending anytime I see a Beachbody person talking about running a cycle syncing group, I'm gonna send that content to the person who has the term trademarked.
So the trademark is sync your cycle.
It's cycle syncing is trademarked.
Cycle syncing. Okay.
I'll post it to you in the.
Okay.
I'm gonna share it in our group chat so you can see it.
And then the other one, it's Dr. 𝐓𝐇𝐉𝐷. It's IDZ.
IDZ.
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay. Well, let's go talk about employee classifications.
Yes.
This one is wild. So,
I'm going to link Dr. Ids in the chat if you want to put it on the screen when it comes up from my chat.
okay, perfect. All right. So, here we go. So this is what they're doing. Let's see. DeeCee, do you want to read the first paragraph?
Yeah. The Beachbody Co., a multi-level marketing company that sells workout videos, nutritional supplements, and other diet and wellness-related goods and services, misclassified its sales workforce as independent contractors. A direct sales coach has alleged in California lawsuit Lyons versus the Beachbody Co. Oh, I want to read this so badly.
Okay. I can't wait to
I'll download it
I know
after the stream.
I know Amber's up there just getting all gorgeous.
Getting ready for work.
I know.
Right?
We love a smoke show for our snark. Like literally our engagement just goes up when Amber's on the stream because it's always
true.
like it's
Bring it.
like a glam moment. We love it so much.
Also, Target removed the collections from this trans artist whose t-shirt that I got, so I'm wearing it tonight on my shift.
Oh my god, I love that so much.
It says support trans futures. They removed their collection from the collab that they did with them. So,
do you know, have they already pulled everything? I'm wondering. I can't go to Target, but I could send a kid to Target and buy some stuff.
I'm gonna link the account for that creator, and
yeah, I just read his stuff, his response.
Well,
on
it's
his
not
website.
It's a different queer creator.
Yeah, but he said
so they pulled him and the other couples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said that the links to the website and everything doesn't work anymore. It's
oh wow.
I just don't understand how a group of people who claim to love everyone can be so damn hateful.
It's awful.
It's awful.
I'm wearing I don't know if you can see. I'm wearing my We're All Human shirt.
Love that.
That's cute.
Exactly.
So, okay. Cheryl, do you want to read the second paragraph?
Where it says according?
Uh-huh.
According to putative, is that how you say that word? Putative?
Sure.
Punitive.
Okay.
Yeah.
According to the putative class action suit filed May 22nd, Beachbody and other MLMs rely on a direct sales exemption under California law, which applies to those involved in in-person sales, such as those who go door to door. The exemption does not apply to Beachbody's modern online business model, in which Beachbody accepts and processes these sales and fulfills the orders, while also collecting and benefiting from the consumer data it requires from these leads, the lawsuit alleges.
Okay, Jen, do you want
I'm
read?
trying to scroll it. I'm trying to scroll this screen. Sorry.
That's my job. Don't take my job. There's very few things I can do right now. I can scroll. That's about it.
Beachbody pushed back against the allegations in a statement to �HRDive. The independent contractor status of direct sellers is well recognized on federal and state level. California's updated contractor law, AB 5, includes an express exemption for network marketing distributors as part of a well-established legal framework that allows distributors to remain independent and allows them to work as much or as little as they want, controlling their own schedules. The company said, "We will vigorously defend ourselves against these allegations."
Of course they will.
Amy, you did research on the new California law, right?
The AB 5?
Yeah.
God, you would think that you were like a plant or something. Hold on, let's look at that let's look at another article. There we go. So it's interesting to know. So when you have employees, you've got classifications of like a contractor, or an employee, right? So you've got, are they selling customer? I don't think they're selling customer information, but So you have to designate, and with a contract employee, you are going to have something pretty specific that they sign, and there are parameters around what they can and cannot do, what you will do as the employer. And Beachbody has this. Here's my thing though. I think this may be interesting. I'm going to remove this for a second. This may be interesting to talk to Robert. Is it Robert Frund?
Mhm.
Frund, however you say his name. Because if Beachbody themselves, if they don't follow the contract, then I'm curious as to what that does with it, because part of the contract is that they have to identify themselves as a Beachbody coach in their biography, like in their bio.
Yeah.
None of them do that.
And they don't.
And Beachbody doesn't care.
And they don't do it because it deters people from engaging with their profile, because they do not want to be harassed. Like, they don't want to watch stories because people are going to go look through their viewers and message every single viewer. And nobody
Because that's
wants
a tactic.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. And I wonder if that contract is only in place so that Beachbody can terminate people at will, as opposed to them wanting to enforce it for being consistent. I'm wondering if they only have it so that they can kick people out when they want to compress a lineup into somebody else.
Which, here's the interesting thing. I think what would be interesting to talk to an employment attorney about would be to say, okay, so if they chose to do this to this person, but they choose to do this to a different person, we're going to have some issues. And I know from what I have seen, and in my opinion, they are very inconsistent in their treatment of the different contractors, right? So if you were a contractor who has a very large downline, you are not going to get in as much trouble as someone who is just going to have their account terminated, because they're not really bringing the money anyway. And so that's my question, Sam, is that, how does that impact the contract?
I know Shelby in the chat is a lawyer. I know that they can't just give legal advice willy-nilly on the internet, but I'm wondering if Robert Frund even gets to look at it, or if somebody who is of the legal mind could answer some questions generically about that, because it is confusing. Like, how can you just say you can enforce at will? That's just confusing.
And we all agree. Look, Amber,
Yes.
you look very pretty.
Yes.
Aww, thank you.
I'm just trying to figure out, I've been watching her do her makeup, and I'm like, that's what I do wrong. It doesn't take me this long to even put on makeup.
Yo,
Amber, you should have
put lashes on her.
Step by step next time. Everything.
Okay, here's
discretionary enforcement of policies is problematic when it comes to employment law. It isn't necessarily a smoking gun, but it is a big red flag.
Thank you, Shelby.
Well, it's kind of like recently, within the last couple of years, a Beachbody coach was terminated for claiming that Shakeology could cure cancer. Terminated. But then there have been other coaches making similar claims, and they were not.
No. I mean, we've sent them.
Yeah. We send them to them.
And they've been top coaches, and they are still with the company.
Yeah,
was
because
this girl not a top coach?
Money.
Was that girl not a top coach?
She was an elite coach, though. Wasn't she an elite coach?
Yeah, but
but just because you're an elite coach doesn't mean you make money,
right?
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know.
And now she's a trainer.
She has a lot of things going on. I worry about her. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
All right. So if we go, let's put this back up. So basically, what I wanted to point out is down here. Okay, so under the ABC test, can you guys see that?
Yep.
The presumption is that a worker is an employee. The burden is on the employer to demonstrate the independent contractor status of the employee. To successfully show an employee as an independent contractor, an employer must demonstrate via scrupulous documentation that the worker satisfies all 3 criteria. The worker is free from control and direction in the performance of services.
Okay.
The worker is performing work outside the usual course of the business of the hiring company. And 3, the worker is customarily engaged in an independently established trade, occupation, or business.
I wish I was smarter. I don't totally understand all of those points. Like
I don't
meaning
either.
the worker is doing, I think the B point means the worker's doing something outside of what like the corporate employee thing would be doing. And that makes sense for the Beachbody coaches. I don't understand the independently established trade, occupation, or business. I don't understand that part.
Well, and I think let's look a little bit more down here.
Okay.
So you also have to how does it affect independent contractors, okay? Because in California, I will say California is one of the most employee friendly states, right?
Yeah.
So their qualifications, their requirements are a lot higher than most places, which I could actually see Beachbody being like, we're not going to be in California anymore. We're going to move to probably my guess would be Utah because they already have an office there.
They have an office.
I'm surprised they didn't move. What was it? 2017 when they had the lawsuit against. Was it 2017 when they had the payment issue lawsuit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, when
they just charged people.
They were just charging people.
Yep. And so I was kind of surprised then too. Here's let's see. Okay, so for direct salespeople to be exempted from the ABC test, they must satisfy the conditions of Section 650 of the Unemployment Insurance Code. It generally requires that in order for a direct salesperson to be compensated as an independent contractor, substantially all of the compensation earned must be based on actual sales and not wholesale purchases, hours worked, or referrals by the individual.
They're in big trouble.
Ding, ding, ding. There we go.
See, I was looking at this today and I was like, oh.
Yikes.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah. There it is.
So if you're new to this, if you're not really...
Ashley Molstad is not selling Beachbody products. She is earning money from her downline.
From people.
That's what I think would be fascinating is to see some of these. Let me just throw out a name. I'd be interested to see what Monica Gray makes. The reason I say Monica Gray is because she got in at the very, very beginning. She is still a coach. She never posts anything. She owns a, I don't know if it's a chain. I know there's at least one bike studio that she owns called 𝐔𝐒𝐄 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐒𝐿. And that's all she talks about. But she's still getting paid from Beachbody. And so you cannot tell me that that's not an issue with the way that they're doing this.
Lindsay Mattaway just recently started something.
Well, I mean,
the Tony
coaches, you know.
Danielle. All she does is show promo codes.
Yeah. Amber, what were you going to say?
I was going to say all of the
hey, we have a paralegal for an employment attorney in our chat. Hi,
all right,
Pat.
Amber.
Sorry.
I was going to say all of the people who got in at the beginning are now slowly trickling back in to recruit and stuff and sell.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it happening over the last year. And probably because they knew this was coming. Carl probably them
so
things are going to have to change.
There's another interesting coach that I haven't really talked about, but there is a coach who has her own supplement line, full on. She's got pre-workout. She's got hydration. She now is doing protein powders. She has collagen. I want to say
Well,
greens.
remember when Megan Ewaldson had her own like fitness app? Remember?
Uh-huh.
I don't know
Yep.
if she still has it, but she did at one point have her own.
It was a total flop. It was a total
That's
flop.
not surprising.
Right? Shocker. But with this one, with this coach, I was curious because I was like, okay, is she still a partner? Because she's just introducing this whey protein powder this weekend or something. And she is still a partner because when I go into her link tree, I can go sign up underneath her.
It's a violation of the policies and procedures that Beachbody has.
But
BODi.
they don't care.
Right.
They
and so
don't
what
care.
do you do?
That's
No.
the problem. Like, I think we need to ask a lawyer's opinion because literally, like, this is the thing. Why do you even have a compliance team if the compliance team does nothing? I mean,
Right.
literally, except for
Yeah.
Money going
respond
out.
back.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention. We'll have a conversation with them.
I
Yep.
mean, I did get
No.
Allie Upham in trouble, so I mean, I count that as in my book. She can't call herself talk about TR anymore. But yeah,
I mean,
now I'm ignored now when I
Yeah,
send stuff.
and Ashley was
Yeah.
made to have to separate her body positive stuff away from Beachbody. But still, like, it's the reason that they have a compliance department is supposed to be because, you know, of ethical issues and non-compliance. And we send the stuff all the time and they don't care. I don't get a response half the time.
We don't care. But
They don't
remember, I
respond.
had that conversation on the phone with Jemima, and I
Yeah.
still haven't released the full recording of that. So maybe we need to do a snark on that one day because
Yeah.
Sure.
it was quite interesting. And you could just tell how she was trying to pivot me in a direction away from like the questions I was actually asking so she wouldn't have to answer them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't
Well,
get that.
DC, Elaine wants to know how you keep the chair behind you so white.
Oh, it's pretend. It's all illusion. Let me
that is the only way I could
I'm
keep
on
a
a
chair
green,
white in my house.
I
We love
am.
green
I've got a
screens.
green screen. Wait, where is it? Oh wait, no. There we go. That's my green screen. Oh, magic behind the scene.
Yeah, so here's the interesting thing though. This is similar-ish to what happened with LuLaRoe and the Lula Rich documentary. It is because the state of Washington decided to go after them.
Yep.
And it was kind of the beginning of the end. So if
People
we can't
still
even say it's
sell
the
that
beginning.
stuff.
I know.
Are they still going?
They're
are
I
still
got
in
invited.
business.
I got invited to a Facebook group the other day for LuLaRoe leggings, and I was like, "Really?
Yeah, they're still doing
Really?
it. Yep.
But it would be interesting. I haven't looked at their financials though. I mean, their financials went down a ton within the last couple of years. So maybe interesting. Did LuLaRoe ever even do an income disclosure? Do you guys know?
Gosh, I don't remember. Do you mind really quickly, Amy, linking the two lawsuits in the chat and putting them on the screen or something?
Yep, absolutely.
And there's people who are coming in late who are wondering like what we're talking about and stuff, and so I wanted to send that to them.
Yes, I was gonna look just real quick.
Yes, they have an income disclosure statement.
Yep, I am just pulling it up right now too. I'll pop it in to the screen.
Amber, what time do you have to be at work?" Oh,
Muted.
does she know she's muted?
5:30, but it literally takes me like a minute and a half to get there because it's.
Oh, I was like, she's just like hanging out, like, you know, getting ready.
I usually don't leave the house till like 20 after. So.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Okay, so let's look at LuLaRoe.
That's an income disclosure statement?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go down a little while to find it. This shows right here. This is one of the things that we always talk about is they will show the average profit. Here, I'm going to see if I can make it even a little bit bigger. The average gross profit was $11,183.69, but the median is $1,636.50.
Wow.
Neither one of those numbers look very appealing to me.
No.
Keep going down, it gets lower.
And so what they're doing though, because we've talked about that a lot of the time, is like they give us the average, but I don't want to see the average. I want to see the median, because the median is a much more accurate. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So for the leadership compensation plan, the average leadership compensation of all retailers was $8,507.94. The median was $510.80. Yikes.
This is a year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
These people still like, wow.
I was looking to see if
at least they put their expenses, at least they do that.
But they're saying, but they're like, these are some of the different things you may have to do, but they don't include any of it in their in the income disclosure, right? So,
well, I'm sure that had to be there. They had to put that in there after the lawsuit. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Christina just said I was an emerald for 2 years in BODi and never got paid because they had my name wrong and continued to get it wrong for that whole 2 years.
Are you kidding me right now? That's an issue. You need to, I would, Christina, I don't know. To me, any amount of money is worth fighting for. But I would talk to your labor commission in your state.
Yeah.
And you can file a claim. Yes, they still have to buy a crap ton of products to join LuLaRoe. It was a $5,000 buy-in. It looks like now you can buy in at as low as $499. But here's the problem with that. You're not going to have any inventory. And the way that LuLaRoe works, you have to carry the inventory. So you may buy in for $499, but you're not going to have nearly enough stuff. I am going to, okay. I was trying to find the links because I accidentally closed it. DeeCee, for some reason, you and I when I put your channel on here, it's going to say that it's coming from you too.
Okay, no biggie. That'd be awesome if it can go into my channel too.
Okay, so there's one.
Great.
So we need to get the attorney generals in each state. That's where you're going to find value, really, because it's going to have to be each individual state that takes care of it. So I had a nightmare of, I'm just going to post one more link. When I worked in human resources, we had to go through a whole bunch of reclassifications because we had some of our employees classified as exempt, and they shouldn't have been. They should have been non-exempt. And so we had to then go back. I'm trying to remember how long they had us go back for, like 10 years, I want to say 5 to 10 years. And we had to pay back wages on what would have been like overtime. So it was ridiculous. But if you owe people money, you have to do it.
I worked for a company not too long ago, and there was a lawsuit because we were working more than 40 hours a week and not getting compensated for it because we were salary. And there was a lawsuit and they had to come back and pay us for it. And one of the things that they did to change it was you had to basically like clock in and clock out for everything that you did.
Oh, wow.
Same thing for, think about it. I mean, I know how much I worked for Beachbody and never got paid for it or compensated for it. You know, it was damn near a full-time job on top of my full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Pat, they are going after the unpaid labor, basically.
Yeah.
When I was thinking about this and they're going after it, think about how many times we were in our groups and we were told we had to be on the team call.
Yeah.
Or
had to be on the training call.
Or what
So
about you
my
have to
question-
hit a certain rank before I will
Yeah.
even talk to you?
Because this is in California, does this affect everyone, or will this just affect people that are coaches that are in California?
I'm just strictly guessing. I would think that they would have to look mainly at the employees in California,
Yeah.
because that's where the lawsuit is. So kind of, it was rough. I know Roberta said with LuLaRoe, she didn't get a check back from LuLaRoe, even though like she testified and everything, because she was in California and the lawsuit was in Washington. So only the reps who were in Washington got any of the money back and got any compensation. But in my opinion, I think they would, if they had to pay out in any, I think
It's
would
gonna put
be another nail in the coffin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, if the company is based in California, it affects everyone. That's from Pat.
Oh.
Interesting.
Thank you for being here, Pat. We appreciate you.
Pat, yes, Pat's the VIP for my chat for sure. Oh my gosh!
Anybody that's on here that is that was ever in Beachbody, you can go to the link. I created a highlight called BODi Lawsuit on my page.
Okay.
And there's a link on there that you can submit your information to.
That's awesome.
To the law firm that is actually in this lawsuit.
Wait. Wrong one.
And I think MLM Exit also had.
Yes.
Yes.
It's from her stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Gladys had a lot of stuff on it. And I think that is, I like what Rachel just said. Like, it does depend on how the settlement, like on how they classify it, they do all of those things. We've had
It's
company.
Not in our scope.
Oh, the company is based in California, which makes sense because that's where the company is.
But here's the thing. I think that the additional layer, though, is the independent contractor. Because like when I had to do my stuff in my employee survey, they were employees. It was exempt versus non-exempt, but they were employees. The independent contractor issue is going to be so much twistier adding that into it, because I think they're going to have to first say, are they truly an independent contractor? Because if they say no, they're not independent contractors, whoa, I don't even know what will happen, because they are going to have to go back. I mean,
definitely know.
You'd have to look and say, okay, maybe get an average number of hours worked. Which, how are they even going to be able to say how many hours people are putting in? I
don't know.
Work,
I mean, they could
I
do
work
like
as an independent contractor right now, and my contract is specific. I work 40 hours a week. Like that's it. I don't get paid for more. I'm not going to do anymore. I hit my 40 hours. I'm done. I can get to it next week. But I have 7 days to get those 40 hours in. They can't dictate my schedule. But it's 40 hours. And if you ask me to do more out of what my contract is, I say, okay, send me this. I bill them. It's like,
I have a full-time job and I'm salary, but I still don't work outside of 40 hours.
If I were a lawyer who did a class action lawsuit, I would be compiling a list of all. Yeah. I wonder if we send them, because another thing is they're supposed to share the income disclosure statement whenever they talk about money. Right? Even if they post, like I took a screenshot of every week now, Kat is doing her journal and writes payday, but there is no income disclosure. or they put it really, really small. It's supposed to be conspicuous. So people are going into this not knowing that that is there. Because I don't remember ever being told about that. I don't remember ever being, and it's on me for not reading like through stuff. But when you're going into these calls and they're trying to sell you, they're not going to tell you there's not enough, you're not going to make money. Like we see it when Natasha shares the earnings. She blocks out the low ones.
Yep. Let's see. When I was a contractor, I was paid for the hours worked. And I think that's one of the things. It's how is the contract set up? Because Beachbody doesn't pay for hours worked, nor does it say that in the agreement, right? You're paid a sales commission and then additional for recruiting. And that's the interesting thing that I think is going to come out is that going to be what is like the nail in the coffin?
Yeah,
But
Health
if
After
we
MLM
go
said
back-
that too. She said that with Uber Eats, right? Because I was thinking the same thing. I know that Uber Eats and those types of gig work, they have their own set of issues as well. But I will tell you that if you need to make extra money, between an MLM and Uber Eats or DoorDash is the better option, because you do get paid every time you do something, like you do. Like it's not, you can, and you dictate your own hours. So it's not like you're just trading your time for money.
Right.
Well, and
for no money, I mean, I'm sorry.
no money.
Uber and Lyft, since they started coming out, they have been driving a lot of this. And a lot of the different lawsuits that are going around about employment and about contractors, a lot of it has been centered around Uber and Lyft.
And I
because
agree,
they just don't know how to take care of them. Yeah.
Well, because you don't like, I can speak specifically for Uber and Uber Eats because that's what I've done the most. You, or even DoorDash, you don't know where that is going. I've DoorDashed before and I've went and picked something up, and then it's another 30 minutes to I have to go into another city, because we have 7 cities around us, and then by the time you get to that city, you then have to spend your own gas to come another 30 minutes back without any type of order or anything. So you're not getting paid for that. So that's one of the ways that, those types of gig works do kind of screw you, honestly.
I mean, I did ship it for a period of time when I was living in Wisconsin, and I guess I don't know if I necessarily lucked out, or I don't quite remember if the locations were listed on the orders, but I could get to a lot of the homes like relatively easily, and I know some of the more advanced ship it people would shop for 2 people at a time. And
okay, so breaking. Rob friend responded to me. He addressed it on Twitter.
Oh, Twitter, let's go. I'm gonna go to Twitter real quick.
DeeCee, I haven't seen DeeCee move that fast for a long time. She was like, yes.
A new lawsuit against Beachbody accuses the MLM of misclassifying its California coaches as independent contractors when they're really employees. The complaint references this guide from Beachbody training materials that restricts how coaches can discuss their own income.
Interesting. I'm sorry, I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I don't get it. They talk about it all the time.
Amy, if I send you a screenshot of the picture, can you put it up on the screen?
Yes. Can you send it to me over Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
This only having one monitor is dumb.
Yeah,
my husband has got me.
I have a dual one set up too. And my husband's always like, you have a laptop. You don't have to sit at your desk all the time to use it. I'm like, oh no, I need both screens.
Right.
Like, I can't it's too small.
Yes.
I told my husband it was not a good idea. I'm like, I don't need 2 screens. And he was like, let me just set this up. And now I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe 3. I could probably fill up 3 screens.
I could totally, because
All right,
my
it's in
second
our
screen is
group
for
chat.
work. It's for work, but I can switch it between my laptops for work and regular.
Is it the income claim thing, Jen?
No, go. Yeah, income claims, that picture.
Yes.
That's what he shared.
Okay. Let me share.
Which some of this prohibited language they say now.
Amber, I thought you were going to work.
No, she was putting her pants on.
My pants on, but I do need to leave in like 5 minutes.
She said, I just had to put my pants on. You
But
didn't
I've
want to
been-
give us a show?
I don't think we're paying for that, Cheryl. I don't think we're at that tier level.
I think that's behind the paywall.
Yeah, that is behind the paywall.
But yeah, I have to leave in like 5 minutes. So I'm going to
Okay.
Amber,
So here's
I hope you have a great day at work, and I hope that it goes well, and I hope it's not stressful, and that I don't know how enjoyable work can be, like when it's tumultuous right now, but you're beautiful.
Yeah.
You're strong.
I have to close by myself. So we'll see how much work I have for me tonight.
Okay,
Oh,
good
God.
luck.
Good luck.
Got this. Bye, Amber.
Bye. All right. Cheryl, do you want to go over the acceptable things, the things you can say? Can you see that?
Can you get down?
A floof sighting? What?
Why didn't you bring the floof back in?
Maya, come here. Come here.
Oh,
Come
floof
here.
alert.
Come here.
Here,
Maya,
wait,
come.
we're gonna make you bigger so that we can see.
Say hi.
Ah!
Say hello.
Oh, what a sweet
You can't
baby.
see her 'cause you can't see her.
Aw.
Oh my gosh, love it.
She's so mad
So-
at me right now.
I am going through withdrawals because I haven't seen Grover for 2 weeks.
Aw.
You need to get a pet cam. You need to get a little one with the treat that shoots
I
out, and you can look at him and talk to him.
I should. I need
That'd
to
be-
because it's sad. My cat. I've been
He
seeing my
can't come
cat a
up.
whole
Are you
lot.
scared that are you scared he'll hurt your leg? Is that why?
Yes.
I am. Yeah. He. We took him to the vet. I don't remember. Like right before I had my surgery, and he was at 100 pounds.
Mm.
So 100-pound baby, because he's only 1 and he doesn't know that he's a wrecking ball, and he has
Mhm.
zero idea of how big he actually is. So
That's
Yeah.
how Maya is. She's about 80 pounds, and she's a pretty big dog. Like, she's as tall as me, and almost, and I'm 5'4". She acts like
Yeah.
she's the small little 7-pound dog around the house. Like,
Yeah.
let me
Mhm.
sit in your lap. Let me cuddle you. Yeah.
Grover is definitely a lap dog.
Yeah.
Which
He's
I'm
a
like,
very
dude,
large lap dog.
you are the biggest lap dog ever. And I'm kind of his person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he will be all over me. And my husband's like, we can't chance that yet.
DeeCee
So-
Rob
Yeah.
shared the complaint on his Twitter page too.
Okay, I'm looking on Twitter right now. Let me see if I can.
Okay, so while she's looking that up, Cheryl, do you want to talk about the acceptable language, the things that you can say?
Yeah. I really can see. I'm just not this blind, but I need to expand
It's a little
it.
blurry.
It is a little bit
Okay.
blurry.
Acceptable language, financial flexibility, time flexibility, work from home, spend more time with family, focus on helping people full time, contribute to household finances, rent/mortgage, home improvements, bills, vacations, etc., pay for smaller items, activities, guilt-free. I can't read that. Spa days,
It's
meals.
manicure, spa days,
kids act-
meals, kids activities.
Yeah. What was
Okay.
the N word?
Okay.
Manicures.
Manicures.
That's what it is. It looks like an
Okay.
R. Sorry.
So,
So-
Jen, what can they not say?
Financial freedom, time freedom, fire my boss.
Okay, wait. Can we stop? Can we do something? Okay, put a hand down for, put a finger down for everything that you have seen within the last week.
Okay.
Financial
Let's do it.
freedom,
Financial freedom.
Time freedom.
time freedom, fire my boss. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that. Double my paycheck.
I don't think I've seen that one specifically.
Have they shared income
Uh-huh.
progression charts? I've seen that.
I just
that.
heard
Yep.
Retire My Spouse on 𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐔𝐄 stream earlier today.
Mhm.
2 times, 5 times, 10 times income of my old job. Heard that.
Yep.
Pay for larger new items, house, car, boat.
Yes.
Yes. Become a millionaire.
Yes. I've heard that.
I've heard
And
it.
retire my
Yeah.
spouse.
Yeah. Like
Retire
almost
my
all,
spouse.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Live chat.
So
how many
under his post, he posted that, and he's like, it's actually decent guidelines for all coaches. Any earnings claims, even those implied through so-called lifestyle claims, must be true and reflect typical expected results. If they don't, the ads must clearly and conspicuously disclose that those are what those typical expected results are.
Interesting.
Sorry, I'm just looking at
And
Rob posted something from May 24th about Young Living, so I'm just saving this for later.
Retire my husband.
Is this the guy that
this
we
is
follow
on the
on
20 he posted
Instagram?
this on the 23rd, DeeCee.
Yes. What?
Oh, DeeCee, can you send it to me on Twitter so I can find, or how do I find him?
I'll just link you in the private chat here on if you
Okay.
toggle over to private chat, it's right there for you.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I
the
know.
information he shares.
I follow him on
Elaine,
there
I
we
know
go.
them. I just didn't want to. Fun fact, my teenager's taking ASL. That's as his foreign language.
I have one of mine is
ASL
going to take
numbers
it
are
in
all
college.
in one hand.
Mhm.
Well, I guess that would be so 5, 2. Is that 7? Somebody tell me if I'm right. How would you do it? You have to do it that way, right? I mean, because
I think this is 7. Elaine, is this 7? Or is this 7? Can't remember. This is
Interesting.
10.
What date is his post
Interesting.
from? Is it from the I'm trying to find a post about Beachbody, but it's like it's a sea of content here.
Okay, so my brain is really working overtime right now about this whole entire ASL, like 10 things. Just work with me for a second.
Hold on, I will.
Jen, can you look up Elaine's like, I'm just picking on you guys. And Jen, you were wrong.
Okay, thank you.
I
couldn't remember.
Okay, let's answer this question though.
It's a different Rob. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean
no, go ahead. You're on his page and stuff.
We have shown his reels in the past when we were debunking fluffery going on in the body space. He is. I just linked his Twitter and my side, but it's also in the private chat if Amy wants to link it to everyone. And I'm going to also link his Instagram because his reels are super informative. And if you are ever Robert, here we go. I'm gonna link his Instagram in the private chat and in the live chat. So there we go. This is his Instagram account. He is a lawyer and advisor for brands, agencies, and creators. So he's an entertainment lawyer. So he specializes in all the stuff that body coaches mess up all the time.
Yep.
And most people in MLM. So he's a great resource. If you're like, what do you mean? What are we doing wrong in MLM? Rob will tell you. Robert will tell you over on Instagram.
I actually created a reel and it's on my reels page that's actually pinned to the top where I asked him about how, like, if body coaches in particular, like if you're in an MLM, are you supposed to also disclose when you have that link to your product? Are you also supposed to disclose that you're going to receive a commission or a kickback from it? And he stated yes. So they do everything wrong, honestly.
Yep.
I think that's the biggest takeaway that we've all had from reading his stuff is like, oh, I did that. I did that. I did that.
Yeah.
Wait, they're still doing that. It's wild. And I think part of the problem is that there is so much money in MLM that they're getting away with all of it.
Yeah.
Because they're lobbying and they've got people in their back pocket and it just, but Pat, you're mind blown at how big MLMs are. You know, I think for me, maybe this will help explain it. So this is why I think MLMs are so big in North America, is because there's a lot of things around prosperity and wanting more and having more, doing more. And I know for me, I felt when I quit working, so I quit working, well, my daughter just turned 12. So I quit working 12 years ago when I had my fourth baby. And the problem was when I started to stay home, I felt like I was not contributing to the household, even though I was trying to keep my kids alive. But
Yep.
I was so used to contributing financially to our household that then not doing that anymore was really hard for me. And I wanted something for me, and I wanted something that was outside of being a wife and mom, and because I felt like I was losing myself and entering at the MLMs. So I can still be
Yep.
home with my kids. I can still do all of these things, and I can have the American dream, and I can do all of it. And that's what MLMs are selling.
Yeah.
It was sold to me because I was working at a restaurant full-time as a server, and then I went full-time as a manager. And it was sold to me, if you work the business in your small pockets of time, like when you're on the toilet, you can replace your income so you no longer have to work outside of the house. That's how it was presented to me.
Well,
and I was
just
working a
really broke.
contracted job hourly as a manager. 50 hours a week was in my contract. I was working 70 hours a week. Like, I could go after unpaid overtime.
Oh yeah.
I should have. It's not worth it now. But that's how it was sold to me.
Yeah.
Well,
You can work part-time hours and make a full-time income. I remember
so
that.
I would say that's how it was being sold to, I would say, our generation. What my experience has been is that I now have, my oldest is going to be 20, and oh my gosh, I can't, that just like hurt my heart to say that out loud. So my oldest is going to be 20 in August, but she keeps getting propositioned from MLM reps. And what they're
Mama Bear,
doing
get
now,
in those DMs.
oh my gosh, she is like, "Oh, mom, here's another one." And then I'm like, "Oh, these," but what they're doing, so that, and I don't want to make horrible generalizations, but there are quite a few people within my daughter's generation. They want what their parents have, and they want it now. So they don't seem to realize that the things that we have, it's because we've been working for years to have the things we have now, or the toys, or the house, or whatever. And this generation thinks that they should have it right away. And so that is a big appeal to them, of you don't really have to do very much work, and you're going to make a ton of money.
See, and we're going through that with my 16-year-old right now. He could have gotten his learner's permit in October. He could have gotten his license in February. But we're making him earn it by getting good grades. It's like, you don't just get things handed to you. You have to put in the effort to earn them. And it wasn't he had to get straight A's, just throwing that. He doesn't. He was actually just he was just diagnosed recently with ADHD, finally, the official diagnosis. We've known for a while. It's try your best and put in the effort. But if you don't do that, you don't get it. You have to put the work in.
Yeah. Fiona, do you have that link?
She'll have to be made a mod before she can link something in the chat. So whoever's chat she is in can click on her name and make her a temporary mod or something. I don't know whose chat she's in.
She might.
I don't think she's in mine.
She might be in mine. I can
Okay.
look.
Mine's not linked.
It's interesting, and I had experienced that when I was working, and doing interviews, interviewing, because people would, okay, Fiona, I am making you a moderator, and you should be able to drop the link. If not, you can drop the link in my chat, and I can grab it and pull it over. Okay. Yeah, I just perfect.
Shelby said one thing. I was able to buy a house at 23 without a college degree. There's no way any of my kids could have done that today, and my youngest is 22. It's not the same as it used to be, so I think that is a consideration for the conversation.
Oh, absolutely. I had taken wait. There's I was talking with my kids because now my second oldest is going to be moving out. And if you look at college tuition, rent, all of these different things, I don't know how they would survive. I really don't.
That's why, I mean, my 18-year-old, he's going to be 19 in July. And I asked him the other day, I said, do you like living here? Like, I don't know. Cause when I was 19, I didn't want to live with my parents. You know, I was very like, I want to be out on my own. I want to be able to come and go as I please. I want to be able to do whatever I want. Even though I had that freedom, I still just wanted to be out on my own. And he was like, Mom, I love it here, you know, because we do treat him like he's an adult, but we sat down and I told him, really sit down and do your expenses if you move out, especially where we live at the beach. There's really nowhere to get an apartment for under $1,200 a month.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine that when I was his age and I lived on my own. Yeah. My portion of the rent was $175.
Wow.
We were renting a 4-bedroom house in college, the pool, 4 of us. My rent was $190. Was that portion?
Yep.
That was in 99.
Mine was in. I mean,
and currently my sister is 39 and she had to move back in with my parents. She works a full-time job and she cannot afford to rent an apartment.
It's too expensive.
No. Well, and we talked to our kids about it because they switched states, and I was like, okay, if we decided let's move and we move to where you guys are settling, if we got a house that had a basement apartment in it, would you guys want to do that? Because I know there's also a huge push to like, I'm an adult, I can be on my own.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, if we had a basement apartment, would you guys want to be there? And the one who is just getting ready to move out for the first time was like, I think I just want to be alone. The one who's been on her own for years, like, I would live in that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Because, well, and it's true, you know, just like with my, I mean, he has his own bedroom, but I had to get him out of the habit of coming and asking me if he could go and do things, because I'm like, listen, you're an adult now. And he's very respectful, you know, and I was like, you can come and go as you please. You don't need to ask my permission. As long as you're not disrespectful, I don't care. Because I don't want him to move out and get into debt and then end up having to come back.
Yeah.
My kids are very lucky in that their grandparents own numerous properties.
Yeah.
So
I bought right
in the area. They will have a place to live if they decide they want to move out. And I remind them of this. Like, you are extremely lucky.
Yeah.
I said, and just because you're living in a house, you're still paying rent, even though the houses are paid off. But it's great. Rent.
Ray Blair, she bought a condo 20 years ago here in Virginia Beach for $82,000, and now they sell for $300,000 with a $400 condo a month condo fee. And
wow.
And we circle this back to Beachbody and people, and they're trying to get people to join them, and they're going, look, I can't afford to join this. We'll just put it on your credit card.
Jen, you can't afford not to join this because this is going to be your ticket out.
Put on your credit card. Ask people for money. Do that. It's like,
I saw somebody say that on their stories the other day, where they were like, it was a reel, and it came up in my feed, and I was like, she said it was some type of sound, and she was like, I'm so tired of hearing, I don't have the money to join. And then she said, this is exactly why you need to do it.
Yep.
And I knew instantly that she was a hun, because I was like, people, it is 2023. Stop it.
Like
Like,
I've been
stop
having
it.
conversations with people who are interested in joining my group coaching program. And it's more like one-on-one coaching. You're just in a smaller group setting too. And there's still people that can't afford $127 a month. And I get that, which is why I have the $24.99 idea. And they're like, oh, you're okay. I'm like, I'm fine. If you can't afford it, I'm not going to push you into signing up for, the minimum 3-month commitment. No, like, you tell me you can't afford it, I'm going to believe you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and most people we're just trying to make it right now. Things are so expensive.
Oh yeah.
Like,
put it on your credit card and don't tell your husband. I did that, and we filed for bankruptcy, and then he saw my credit card.
oh, snap.
We
I
went
mean,
to
and then
blows, and we came very close to breaking up over that.
Wow.
That was back in 2008.
All right, my
The only
friends,
way
I got to go.
Okay.
Bye,
I
Cheryl.
got schoolwork I got to get done, and I don't want to be up until midnight doing it.
You're good. Good luck with
Okay.
the schoolwork. Good to see you.
Okay, so I now I've pulled up the document
Oh, dang it.
that Fiona sent. And she said we're gonna just go to the end of this real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to see this.
It's 137 pages.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up and look at some of the statements.
I cannot sit here for 130 some pages.
Well, I just want to see. So I'm on Exhibit F.
Oh yeah, we want to see the
snap.
exhibit.
Okay. All right. Let
We
me
wanna
share
see the
this
exhibit.
with you guys, because this is some of the. Oh my gosh, this is the best. Fiona, you're the star. Thank you for finding.
Yo, gold stars in the chat for Fiona, because this is incredible.
Yeah.
Are you looking at it too, DeeCee?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up over here on my computer.
Okay. So this is, let me go to the beginning of the exhibits. Hold on.
Jessica Lyons versus the Beachbody Company.
Oh, you started to see some of the things I was going through.
Oh my
Cheryl's
God.
back in. Screw the schoolwork. We're here for it.
I have to record a video, and I've tweaked out my script a little bit, but
I maybe should not have started sharing this until I got to Exhibit A, but I didn't realize there were going to be all of these. Okay, so Exhibit A has got to be the beach. This is the coach agreement.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is what that's part of why it's so long, is the coach agreement is quite lengthy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she included all of that. That's Exhibit. And then here are some of their different Beachbody trademarks. Huh. That's interesting. Why do they have all of their names in that, like, partial list of trademarks? Huh.
A partial list. I wonder why that's there. That's
Of Beachbody trademarks, yeah, and it's got all of the trainers.
Autumn Calabrese is trademarked. Her name is trademarked.
That's what I'm wondering.
Shalene Johnson.
All of them.
Johnson is
What? Listen.
I'm gonna go trademark my name now.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Tony Horton? I'm sorry. I'm like shocked. I'm sorry.
Okay, so then we've got Exhibit B is the coach compensation plan, which we're not going to go through all of these because I have a huge video that I did with Emma.
Look at the pyramid. Look at the
Oh
beginning.
my
right?
That's not a pyramid.
It's not a pyramid.
Look at the beginning.
Just
This is
Look at the beginning of the pyramid.
You know when those kids' books, when they're like connect the dot, you know what shape it's gonna make. It's gonna make a triangle. And what is a triangle called? A freaking pyramid.
okay, though, this might be interesting. Okay, you guys, oh crap, you guys can't see it. So, this tells you the potential weekly bonus earnings. Okay, so this is per week.
What?
So if you were a 10-star diamond and above, the highest you could make per week, and this is bonus per business center, is $624,000. That's where you cap
A week?
a week. Yeah.
There was someone making $624,000 a
Oh,
week.
wait. Nope, I lied. That's the annual.
Oh, annual. Okay. 12,000
Okay.
a week though.
12,000 a week.
12,000 a week. 624.
And
Now-
Amy, what do cycle bonuses include?
What do you mean? Like all of your downlines volume?
Yes.
Personal volume points.
It's not your sales.
And that's where you are making the bulk of your money. Okay.
I said
Oh yes, let's make this bigger.
Give me 10
Is that
minutes.
better?
Yeah.
Okay, here's
There
the
we
interesting thing
go.
though. This is per business center. So what that means, I think Melissa McAllister just opened up her 7th.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
and Bonnie Engel was a former 15-star diamond, and yeah, she is capped at 12,000, but it's still a lot.
But no, it's only 12,000 per business center. I know Bonnie has more than one.
Oh,
Yeah, they can open up. They get to the top, and then they
Mhm.
get to a certain rank. Which rank is it that
So
they can open up and
Melissa,
2-star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa, so if you look, Melissa has 7 business centers. She would be capped at $84,000 a week because this is per business center.
Mhm.
wow.
Wild.
So there's some Beachbody coaches making bank still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And not
Um,
based off selling product themselves.
Yep.
Okay, so then you've got the matching bonus, which is you get a matching bonus on your downlines team cycle bonuses. And then you have the Star Diamond leadership. So it's basically they take the total company volume and then they pay people out. And I know that they're not supposed to say how much they make
Yeah.
on that, but oftentimes they will say it has gone up to 6 figures.
Oh yeah, they do it all the time.
So the interesting thing though, so from my understanding, if I am a 15-star diamond, let's say, which is pool number 4,
Yeah.
I also get pool number 3, pool number 2, and pool number 1. I get paid on all 4 of those because I'm a 15-star.
Wow.
Mhm.
So you're making a lot of money.
A lot of money in bonuses. So I love that they have included all of this.
And they
You
had
can open up-
because of the lawsuit. So, this is airing out all of Carl's laundry, and I'm
You
here
can-
for it.
Open up to 25 business centers.
What?
Mhm.
So that would be 25 times 12?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, to 25 times 12,000, right?
Yes, per
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of go through this fast. Is that going to make you, do you want me to take it off screen? Is it going to drive you guys
No, you're good. I'll close my
You're
eyes.
wild?
We like
We'll tell you when
Okay.
to open the Cheryl.
Because this is all just
Okay.
the compensation stuff. And then glossary. Let's get to some of these other ones. And then they show all of the examples.
Hey Amy,
So I
someone's
can
asked
come onto the thing and be like,
Someone's asking what?
what's a business center?
Okay, so a business center, if I had
Is it in the glossary terms?
possibly, I'll have to look. Let's go look at the glossary terms.
Melissa.
A business, what do they call it?
business center.
A business center. They don't have business center in the terms.
Look it up over here. Let me see.
Okay. Oh, wait. CBC, a coach business center. So it's assigned and represents an independent Beachbody coach position in business. All right. So what would happen is, let's say I'm Amy, right? So I'm Amy. I am a Beachbody coach. I am now a 2-star diamond, meaning I can open up another business center, and I would put that underneath one of my other legs, and it's basically Amy 2.0. But any volume that I get from Amy 2.0 is also going to go funnel up through my first business center. It's basically you're making a clone, right?
It can also protect you if like let's say one of your business centers fizzles out, then you have a stopgap with the other business centers that are set up.
Correct.
Yep.
Now, the hard part with that, so if you could open up multiple business centers, depending on where you stack them, and they have employees that their job is to help you figure out where it's going to be best to plug in this extra business center.
Yeah.
And I think they do. They kind of mitigate. One of my problems I had with holding my diamond was that my 2 emeralds, I was also running their accounts because that's what we were told to do.
Yeah.
So in order for me to maintain hitting certain guided the different rankings, I was having to hit those rankings under 3 different names, under 3 different things, and it was impossible to generate that much business. I mean, coaches have a hard time hitting Success Club 5, and I would have to do that in 3 different business centers.
Mm-hmm.
I had a hard time hitting 3 some months.
Yeah.
Just 3.
Okay, so I'm going to go through. Hold on just a second. Let's see what the next exhibit is. Exhibit B. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so the next thing is the business tracker. And I think, in my opinion, this goes to where they were talking about
Dictating time.
dictating time and dictating tasks.
Yep.
And this definitely would go towards that, which
Yep.
I always got super annoyed with. They're saying like doing a post takes 10 minutes. Doing a
No.
reel can take a lot longer than 10 minutes.
Well,
Like,
if you think
for
about
sure.
the time that it takes you to record your workout,
yep.
you do the workout, you record it, and then after your workout, you spend another hour trimming it down,
Yep.
making it look good, putting your words
Changing
together
music.
on it, changing music. That's
Okay,
But also,
so now
like, even if you didn't record your workout, then it didn't count as a workout. And then,
No.
like,
Yeah.
so, like, I know that they can't really get in trouble for that, but it's like, that is bad. That advice literally harmed Amy. Amy had to get 2 knee replacements from training and working out and helping other people. And then her uplines and stuff, the community she was in was like, that doesn't count as a workout. Even though your body was burning calories because you didn't record it, that's not in the correct box.
Yep.
And
So
so
this is 2021's, right?
This is where I may need to contact. I may send something to the attorneys, and maybe
Send
they
them a new
can do an updated exhibit, because this is the 2021 income disclosure, and the 2022 one is out.
ooh,
Because I think they filed this lawsuit before they actually released the 2022 numbers. Just
Probably
send them a link to
because-
the YouTube video.
All right, exhibit D. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, here we go. Again, it's showing like the reference guide. It's telling them what to do, telling them how to market it, telling them the different things. So I think that's all going towards that as well. Because they tell, I mean, even down to, they have scripts for everything.
Yep.
Canva
Look,
social media templates.
Yep.
Eliza, they can't say
Customized
time freedom. They're supposed to say time flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
Those are all clickable links.
Yep.
Oh my God.
What's the template?
Still there?
Do you want the Canva template? Should we see what it is?
What that
Take
is.
a look. Let's take a snoop.
Did it take
Let's
you to the
make
new
one.
one?
Let me make. I want to make. I want to go in here and make some.
God.
Oh my God!
Autumn Calabrese. Dun dun dun.
Yes. All right. Wait, so are you
Wow. This is
ladies,
for
we
your
could have some
Facebook
fun.
page. Yep.
We could have some fun with this.
All right, Lee, have fun with it. I have to get my kid to karate, and then I actually have to get some other work done.
Okay, we'll miss you, Jen.
Yeah.
Have a good
Bye,
day.
Bye,
Jen.
I have
Jen.
to watch into this because this is fascinating.
I know.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
make sure you have the link. We'll
Keep
probably have to
scrolling.
do another stream on it because we love a good little legal snoop, you know?
The
Yeah.
things that so they're saying like
friends.
here's what you need to do. Bye,
Oh,
Jen.
what is up, week?
Oh.
What should
Okay, I gotta go.
Bye, Jen.
What should I buy? Like
We're looking
Okay,
at the lawsuit, Heather.
we are. Here's Exhibit E. How can you start a conversation?
Signs of poor health: sluggish, fatigue, bloating, digestive issues, abnormal sleep patterns, cravings.
What?
What?
Anticipate objections, potential signs of negative mindsets, the diet cycle, no time to prepare healthy foods, no support, love to eat.
Oh my God, it's me. What are you talking about? Listen. If you don't love food, you're probably not going to like my channel because literally we'll stream and then everyone's telling each other what we're eating for dinner or what we're eating for breakfast. Or like, what they love to eat. Did you know like food can actually be healthy and tasty at the same time? Because it's like it doesn't
How is
happen.
that a negative mindset? How is that a negative mindset?
How to be like, I have 5 kids that I'm raising. I really don't have time to prepare healthy food. Oh, mindset, you're out. All right, so here's the super interesting thing to me looking through this. I have a pretty similar questionnaire that we would use when we did health coaching. Because I am a certified life and health coach. And these are kind of the steps we would go through.
Wow.
Do you feel like you are at a plateau with your weight loss? Ask what they think could be blocking them.
Not working with a registered dietitian. I mean, that could be it, but they're going to say like, oh, you need to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a month with a Beachbody. Probably just hundreds, probably just in the 4, 5, 6, 700, maybe more. Because if you are tricking the system and you have and you're paying for your mom, then you're paying for your dad, you're paying for your spouse, you're paying for whatever, your kid who's 18 years old, and you're stacking and managing all of these people, it could get twisty fast.
Oh yeah. All right, let's see what F is.
I need this link to this thing.
Yeah, I will sure, I'll make sure and copy it and send it to our stuff too.
I would love the link too.
Okay, so then this is kind of this is the actual like the complaint.
Okay.
And it's 6 pages, so we'll have to go through that later.
Yeah.
I'm excited to read through that one though.
So does anyone know who Jessica Lyons is? Like, I'm not trying to touch the poop or anything on the internet. Was she like a medium level Beachbody coach? Was she?
From my understanding, she was like an emerald, I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look up her info, but I thought I saw on something that she was an emerald coach.
You can
I don't know why.
as an emerald.
Emerald besties.
Yes. But you can lose a lot of money as an emerald. So if you're gonna hear the PR train that's gonna happen with all these big leaders talking, and again, there's been no info dropped yet on any of the recordings in the Slay Squad group, which is interesting that the silence is so deafening right now. And they're gonna say, oh, she was just somebody who wasn't successful and is now complaining. And it's like, no.
Yep.
Beachbody takes advantage of people, and the people who have lost money, they could have lost so much money and not ever reached Diamond, or even have lost a ton of money at Diamond.
In that article, it states she's lost over $20,000.
That's wild.
It sounds to me like she bought into the, you need to have Josh Coates, or you need to have a
Yeah,
coaching that coaches to coach, and you need to have
yeah.
freebies, and you need to have all of these things.
Mhm.
Um, and Samantha, it is a distributor who initiated the lawsuit. It's not a corporate team. This is strictly from the unsophisticated voluntary sales force.
Those are Carl's words.
Carl's words. Yep. And I think this is going to be the interesting part, is if this is if it goes through in any way and there is a settlement of some sort, my guess is that then it would wide open for other companies.
Yeah, it's gonna set a legal precedent if something is
Mhm.
determined, and then if it still holds up after an appeal or whatever, then it's gonna be big trouble for any of the MLMs in California, and maybe even
Yep.
in other states, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Samantha, she's like, "That is
I
so
found her.
offensive." It was highly insulting to the coaches, and Carl said this on on the quarterly business review, and when he was talking about the financials, and he said, how blessed they were because they had this, Salesforce, and he mentioned several different times, um, about having this volunteer Salesforce who just want to share what they're doing, and then he said at some point, it's a very unsophisticated Salesforce,
Yeah,
and it
and
was like, what?
yeah. If your
Mm,
boss said that about you, I mean, and again, most people are not also in a position to be able to just quit a job, but it would not make me feel warm and fuzzy about working there. But he
mm-mm.
said that he is trying to like play nice with the investors because his company is performing, in my opinion, so poorly. And then he threw all of his coaches who give their money to him and saying, "Oh, this is a great thing, and we're not going to give you too much information about them, but they're a free volunteer sales force, and we only have to pay them when they make us money." Shame on you, Carl Daikeler.
Yep, absolutely. And I think this is something kind of when when Lula Rich came out and people started going, "Holy cow, if they're doing this for that company, what about my company? Because my company did the same things." But you have to find um a state where the attorney general in that state is willing to file a suit against these companies.
Yep.
And a lot of them are very leery about doing that strictly because the amount of money that pumps in from these MLMs. So I know I was looking at this stuff from Utah, and um like some of the heaviest hitters as far as donations go to the different political campaigns, New Skin, Young Living, Unique, all of those. And if it's not the actual company, then it's the CEO of that company or the leaders of that company do personal donations. And so is anything going to change? Probably
Nope.
not.
Unless we get some retired prosecutors who own and I know the legal system isn't perfect, and Emily Baker was talking about this on her channel, but you get some hardcore retired prosecutors, DAs who have done a crap ton of work for no money, and you say have at it.
Yeah.
Look into this because the consumers are the people that are taking the hit, and everybody at the top is winning at the expense of these customers and these coaches, and that's
Yeah.
across all MLMs.
And so the reason I brought up attorney general is because that's how the Lula Rich one specifically, they went through the attorney general. The attorney general is the one who filed the charges against them. This is an individual lawsuit. Well, I shouldn't say individual lawsuit because it's a class action, but it was brought by an individual. I mean, and honestly, even for the law firm, for them being willing to go forward with something like this against a billion-dollar corporation, that's a lot. I would think, to find a company or and attorneys who are willing to do that.
Yeah. They might be doing it pro bono, which no shade to that. If they're hoping to get enough people involved where they can get the settlement big enough where it's worth it for the people who are involved, and then it's also they're going to be able to get their expenses and their cut. Like I think that's what maybe they're hoping to do, that it's going to be enough pressure on Beachbody to do something significant. I don't know how they're going to do that though, because they seem to be losing a lot of money month over month.
Yeah. And did you see we can also do ballot initiatives to change the law related to MLMs. It is a ton of work though. I didn't have time to go through it, but I do have a whole informational article thing about what the MLM laws are in each of the states.
Oh, cool.
So that'll have to be another stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I gotta go because I gotta eat and I gotta do homework.
Sweet. Good luck with your homework, and I hope your meal's delicious.
we're proud of you for getting your homework done, Cheryl.
Thank
Love
you.
that job.
Hearts to you.
Gonna get that bachelor's degree sometime.
Hell yes.
Yes.
Love that for you.
So proud of you. How you don't have that much longer, do you?
Well, I think I have a year.
That's not bad.
That's not a ton. That's awesome.
No.
I mean, it's easy for me to say because I'm not doing it. That an hour a year's not that bad because it's not me.
Cheryl's like running a household and working full time and going to school, and it's a whole thing. And Cheryl is awesome. So, and when we get to steal her for
My husband is absolutely amazing. So it's not all
I totally believe it. I know it's not all you, but I know it's a hell of a lot of work to do all that.
Yes, it is.
A lot to carry on your shoulders, and I love that you have a supportive partner. Like I love that for you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye, you all. Have a great
Bye.
Bye.
So, I mean, I think the thing that, and Elaine had talked about this in her comment, like there's so many people that hate MLMs. There are also so many people who don't understand the harm it's doing or why. Like, why is it a big deal? Why do you hate them so much? And that's one of the reasons that we do this and that we do this education.
And they don't also understand the insidious nature of the recruiting. Hello, Champy. Hello, Champy. It's okay.
Oh, another floof?
Another floof sighting.
Is that 𝐔𝐿?
That is 𝐔𝐿. Do you want to say hello to the live chat? He's been working in his wood shop all day.
No, actually, I've been working outside.
Oh, working outside.
Stuff,
Yay!
And ladies, how are you?
Then there's the live chat.
So good.
Lines and lines of wonderful people.
Yes.
I mean, you're pretty famous around these parts.
She said you're pretty famous around these parts.
Infamous would be the
infamous.
But not infamous in a Jesse Lee Ward copy kind of way, in a good kind of way.
No, anything that's involved enemies, that's not me.
Yeah.
And I just want to make sure, DeeCee, when we said there was another floof sighting, you weren't talking about your dad, were you?
I'm sorry, what?
You okay with salad?
I can't eat salad.
No, salad. Okay.
I'll just make myself something.
We'll figure something else.
Okay. All right. Okay. You're good. Okay. Goodbye. Yeah, I was not talking about my dad being the floof. It was a Caspian sighting. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It's too bad. I know I brought my floof on one time. My cat.
Oh, I love your cat.
We shaved her. Oh, snap.
Oh no.
She looks like
head? Did you leave
she has the head and a bit of her tail, but she looks like she's wearing leg warmers because
oh my god, I love it.
Maybe I'll have to see if I can get we could end with a floof sighting. I don't know if I can get my 17-year-old to bring her to me, but
Caspian, because I'll grab Caspian. 1 second, I'll be RB.
But I do think it's important, and Eliza's saying, it did take a really long time. And here's the problem. I mean, I'm in MLM heaven, right? I'm like where all of them are. So I have a lot from Melaleuca. That is DeeCee Senior. So
okay.
Oh my gosh, he is beautiful.
Put my headphones back on. Stay there. Don't jump down. Wait. Don't jump down. Don't do it.
He's like, you can't make me.
I say hi.
Oh, Caspian. Oh my gosh. He is so beautiful.
He's looking outside because he thinks he sees a cat. You see a cat?
Oh,
A raccoon? What?
oh my
He's
gosh.
I think he's about to eat dinner, but he's being a good boy. You being a good boy?
So is he a Malamute?
He is an Alaskan 𝐔𝐒𝐃. They're like small looking huskies, so he's a medium. He's a medium-sized one. There's some that are smaller than him. So he's about 18 pounds right now.
18. Oh, that would be so
He's
lovely.
light. He's a light boy. Thank you for the licks.
How old is he?
He is 10. He is 10 years old. I think he's going to be 11 this year.
Oh my
He's an
goodness.
old man, but he still has a young heart. He's the hungriest boy you've ever met.
He's like, I'm just gonna eat that. I heard a little growl. I know he is so sweet.
What do you see? What?
Oh my
What are you
gosh.
looking? He's ready to go.
He did lick the stream. He was licking the stream.
Okay, I'm letting you down. Okay, sorry about that. All right.
No, you're all good. Our new thing is we're thinking that my dog needs a dog.
Sorry, I'm back. I'm sorry.
So we're thinking that my dog needs a dog because he needs someone to play with him.
Oh
He's
my
driving us.
God. Another one? 2 Burmese?
Well, my husband wants another burner. I'm saying, what if we do like a Bernie Doodle? So it's not as big and maybe doesn't shed as much.
Yes.
I don't know if I can handle another 100-pound dog, but we'll see.
Maybe they will play with each other. That would be great.
Yeah. You think I should get my dog a dog?
Yes.
I tell my husband, maybe if we end up moving, because I can't imagine, we're talking more seriously about moving. I cannot imagine trying to move with 2 Bernese in my house.
Yeah.
Plus trying to sell my house. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep, that is a lot of dog.
Oh, God. Well, I can't wait to finish reading this lawsuit.
I can't either. We need to do another stream super soon because I'm here for grabbing our a warm drink and settling in for a long reading of what is in this lawsuit. I'm totally here for it.
Yeah, me too. Because it's wild and it's very nice to see someone trying to hold them accountable.
Yeah, I love it. I love to see it.
So, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Pat, you've been incredible. Thank you so much for keeping us company. And if you've made it to the end of the stream, yay. If you like the stream, we'd love for you to like it. And if you don't, feel free to downvote it because that's still positive engagement for our channel. And Replay Crew, seriously, much non-culty love to you.
Absolutely.
I hope you enjoyed learning about the little legal woes of Carl Daikeler and Beachbody, and we will be bringing more of this content your way.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And if you guys have any suggestions or if you have any information like this was sent to us from Fiona, definitely send them our way. Instagram, you can catch both of us over there most of the time.
Yep.
And
what's your handle on Instagram?
You what?
What's your handle on Instagram so people can
I think
go?
it's just Amy, you were one. It's Amy, you were one, or is that just my YouTube? Because
that's your YouTube one for sure. Let me just look it up. So
I think it's just Amy Eure. So it's AIMEEURE.
Cool. AIMEEURE. And I did just link everybody's YouTube channels in my chat. So and they are also in my description if you end up catching this on the replay and want to go sub to Amy or Jen or Cheryl or Amber. So
all right. Well, it was fun, my friend. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah, we'll do Star Wars at the outro. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
I love it. Are we ending? Oh no.